2 years ago, I took part in one of my most memorable climbing experiences, a Rockbusters trip in the iconic destination of Rodear, Spain. Rockbusters is an organization that offers world-class coaching and guided climbing tours all over Europe. It was my first time climbing in Europe, and I got to share it with a great group of international climbers led by some amazing coaches. One of the coaches was Klemen Becan, an old-school Slovenian pro who's been an IFSC World Cup medalist, as well as having made his mark on real rock. Klemen is an interesting guy, super laid back with a seemingly casual approach to climbing. You'd see him cruise hard routes in baggy jeans or scramble up to clip the first draw for us in his approach shoes. At the crag, he'll tell us stories from his travels around the world while sipping an espresso, and then proceed to make mega links on his 515A project. I liked him right away. This was my first time getting official coaching, and from a pro nonetheless, so I wanted to absorb all the wisdom Klemen had to offer. Throughout the trip, he had some great nuggets, but the one bit of advice that stuck with me was this.
Master Klemen, what was the advice you gave me on Maria?
I told you that even if you get pumped, like don't just go for the move, you place your feet, place your body in the correct position and execute the move like you have to.
The route we're referring to is Maria Ponte Arnes, a 115-foot climb graded 512C. It opens with a reasonably chill, juggy beginning section, followed by bouldery cruxes spanning 3 clips in the middle, and ends with some tufa climbing that's characteristic of Rodear. I had done all the moves on my first go, but was not very confident about being able to red point the climb quickly. Linking the cruxes was a bit challenging. I had to skip a clip, and even if I made it through to the resting jug, I still had that cryptic tufa section up top. This was one of the longest routes I'd ever climbed, and the endurance factor was rather intimidating. But first things first, get through the crux. The final move of the crux involves moving off of a spiky right-hand undercling and crossing the left hand to the jug above. The left hip is turned in, and the counter-pressuring points with the feet are a bit wide. On my previous goes, my right hand was giving out the moment I was setting up for the cross. As a result, I shift my focus entirely on that failing hand. The rest of my body stayed frozen in place as I feebly reached with my left hand and missed the hold. Klemen's advice was simple. Even if you're pumped, especially when you're pumped, you still need to move your entire body towards the next hold. Though the hand is failing, the rest of you still works, so engage those points and make the movement. As long as the body is moving towards that target hold, you're giving yourself a chance to make the move.
Come on, check. Ale, feet to the left. That's it, come on, just lean backwards. Haydi. Come on, Simon. Haydi, you're strong, execute the moves. Come on, strong, come on, yes. Nice.
I got to test out this spice again this year during another Rockbusters trip. We were back in Rodear, and I wanted to project one of the most classic lines, El Delfin. El Delfin is a shorter climb in Rodear standards, but it makes up for it by having a hard 15-move crux that spans the length of an entire roof. The climb starts with a 511 section of big moves on good holds that spans 6 clips on slight overhang. You come to a decent rest with a high heel and brace yourself for the entrance to the long crux sequence that makes for the 513A grade. I was getting my beta refined and was struggling to link this one move, an overhand left-hand cross to a spiky undercling. It's rather ironic that this is almost the exact same position I was struggling with on Maria Ponte Arnes a year ago. Left hip in, feet stretched out in front, and a desperate cross of the left hand off of a failing right hand. As I set myself up in this position for the move, I could feel the fingers of my right hand opening. I was losing the stability of that one connection point, so I thought I had no chance to make the move. Then I heard Klemen's voice, whether in my head or actually in the background, I couldn't tell. So with failing hand, I went with my whole body towards the hold and just barely made the move. There are 2 things characteristic of good advice. 1, it's fairly sensible. 2, it's something that needs to be constantly reinforced and reminded of. Klemen's advice to me was both of those things. In climbing, it's very easy to bail on a move when you feel like you're barely holding on. But the next time that happens, I'll just remember. When the hand is failing, move the whole body.
Oui. Master Klemen, Meerkat mindset.
If climbing through the crux while pumped is a skill you need to work on, I've just launched a new game-changing feature over at movementforclimbers.com, the new community page. This is a private social network for Movement for Climbers members to connect with me and one another to discuss all things climbing. In this community, you'll be able to post project reports, get feedback from me and other climbers, and help other climbers get through sticky points you may have experience with. Ask me any questions about the latest instructional videos in the library, vibe with other members, and connect with climbers in your local area, and comment on each other's posts. I'll be in the community posting and responding to you along with all the other committed climbers who are already members. So if you want to improve or bust through that plateau, this will be the place. This is a special feature for members who want to interact with high-level coaches and are really committed to improving their climbing long-term. So for now, it's only launching for annual members. To celebrate the community page launch for a very limited time, you can become an annual member for just the price of 4 months. Go to movementforclimbers.com and use the code COMMUNITY for 8 months free with an annual membership, and then join me in this new private community page. I've included the link and the code in the video description below. And remember, you don't have to say yes now, you only have to say maybe. Before your annual membership starts, you'll have a 7-day free trial which you can cancel anytime before payment. If you haven't improved your climbing in 30 days or find it's just not right for you, let us know why so we can improve, and we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. That's 37 days risk-free. Looking forward to seeing you in the community. Until next time, move better, climb harder.